Hello, I'm Michael from MD Wealth Management. I'm putting these little bite-sized videos together for you to give you some understanding in financial planning. I hope you find them interesting. Annual allowances for 2020-2021 tax year. Each UK taxpayer has a personal allowance, and this year it is £12,500 for this tax year 2020 to 2021. Over this amount, you get the following rates apply. So anything up from the next £37,500 gets charged at 20%. Between £37,500 and up to £150,000, it's 40%. Anything over £150,000 is the additional rate taxpayer at 45%. You have a savings allowance as well in the UK. Your personal savings, any interest that you earn on that, for the first £1,000 you get income tax free if you're a basic rate taxpayer. Higher rate taxpayer is reduced to the first £500 is tax free, and if you're an additional rate taxpayer you have no annual savings allowance. The excess is then charged at your nominal tax rate, as mentioned in the first slide. Dividend allowance. Dividend allowance is £2,000 a year, no matter which tax rate banding that you're in. You just pay different tax rates at 7.5%, 32.5% and 38.1%, all depends on your tax banding. Just be careful that some of your dividends can take you into different tax bandings, so just be careful of that. Capital gains for individuals is £12,300 as an allowance, so you can have a gain of £12,300 per individual. As I said, if there's two of you, you both have that allowance. Basic rate taxpayer pays 10% on your capital allowance. Higher rate taxpayers and above pay 20%. There's nothing added for additional rate taxpayers. For residential properties, in addition to the primary residence, so if you don't live there full time, it's not your primary residence, there is a surcharge of 8%. So that would be either 18% or 28%. All depends on what rate tax banding you're in. Entrepreneurs relief is set at 10%. It used to be for the first 10 million, it's now down to 1 million. So it's the first is a lifetime allowance. So the first £1 million you can get a capital gains allowance of 10%. Pensions also have an allowance. As you get tax relief on your pension premiums, there is a limit that you can invest into your pension scheme. This tax year is £40,000 or 100% of your relevant UK earnings. Dividends aren't covered. So be careful of that. It's your relevant UK earnings. Anything over and above this will be subject to a pension tax charge. There's also tapered annual allowance. So if you earn over £200,000, that could be subject to the tapered annual allowance, which means that your £40,000 that you can put in a year does get tapered down to a minimum of £4,000 a year. So just be careful of that. ISA allowances. ISAs are basically individual savings accounts, so it's per individual. An ISA is basically a tax-free savings scheme where you don't pay income tax or capital gains tax on any of this. Each individual has £20,000 annual allowance per year, and if not used by the end of the tax year, it is lost. There's also junior ISA, so if you're under 18, you can also get junior, and there's also a lifetime ISA, but if you're between 18 and 40. A lifetime ISA basically helps you save for your first home or for later life. It has to be used for one of those things. This can be, the individuals are eligible for a government bonus of worth 25% of what they save. There is a 25% withdrawal charge if you don't use it for its purpose, so it is there for later life or your first home. Each individual has a lifetime ISA payment limit of £4,000 a year, and you must be before over 18 but before you're 40 to open one up. Junior ISAs have been made available since 2011. It basically took over from the Child Trust Fund. You can't have a junior ISA if you already hold a Child Trust Fund, so bear that in mind. If you have a child under the age of 18, you could invest into an ISA for them and use their ISA allowance. This has been increased quite dramatically this tax year to £9,000 a year per person. If this is some interest to you and you'd like a complimentary tax card for this tax year, please let me know and I can post one out to you. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Please subscribe and look at the other videos when they come available. Thank you very much.